Hi, crafty crafters. This is Pam, Pam's Paper Place, and I completed this little, what I like to call a mishmash journal. It's just using, you know, little random bits and pieces, but it makes for a very interesting, fun journal. And I use this book, Mystery of the Auction Trunk. And I'm going to list this in my Etsy shop, Pen to Paper by Pam, probably tomorrow, which is, I believe, Friday. It's 8 by 5. I just thought this was so fun. By Elizabeth Hannes. And then I tied it with this, whoops, I pulled out a tag. Vintage, retro bedsheet. So that's what it's tied with, but it stays, fairly shut. But yeah, you might want to use that to tie it shut. So this is the top of it, and then here you have some fibers and from tags. Let's see, I think I need to cut this. There we go. It has 2 signatures sewn in. There's the back. So it's got this cool, vintage leather-like book cover. It's got rickrack fabric. More rickrack here. So we will open it up, and we have a library pocket here. And then this was the original this book belongs to. I just put that here so you could still see that fun little illustration of this library book originally. Then you have a little tuck here. This tag that I stamped and sewed some decorative leaf stitching across, and it has yellow seam binding. Tucks there. And then we have some random bits in here. I made this tuck, turned this under, and added a little dimensional piece here with the flowers, and it says our story. And then I just thought it'd be fun to add a random black and white photo. I don't know who they are. And then a place to journal on the back of this pretty paper. And then this, I believe, is a note card. What's it say? I am in love with the green earth, Charles Lamb. So those are fun things in that pocket. And then this is a kind of that I had left over from a DigiKit with Elsie Bell's bookshelf. Pretty paper, that's been coffee dyed. Then we have some ledger. Have some children's poems, the little turtle, the monkey, and the crocodile. Then we have graph paper. Here's another little story or poem. I have a little tab there. Some more writing spaces. Here's a little belly band here, and it has a little tag, and added some little fabric here and lace and a little tag with a sequin. I guess I could take the paper clip off. That might help. And then here it says, what does it say? This moment makes me feel like Peter Pan. I never want to grow up. And then here's a little tag with some fun eyelash trim. And then here's some note paper to write on. And then I have this, this paper clipped. Then you got children's writing paper. This is part of a floral book with a tab. Then we have real small green grid paper. A little arrow on some note paper. Got washi tape. We have from a cookbook. Velvet fudge cake. That sounds good. Some more pretty floral paper. Little washi tape for interest. This is an old Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Look how dark it's aged. I have some star washi tape, gold washi tape there. Little boy's pocket. Lined paper. More pretty washi tape. And a knitting book. Lined paper with a tab. So you have a little bit of everything. Place to journal. This flips up. You could put a picture or add paper, note paper if you wanted to right there. And here's where we have this fluffiness right here. And these two tags. Pretty eyelash trim there. And I just got these tags the other day. Thank you from Meg's with Art Therapy with Meg. So thank you. I'm using that already. And then here is a little pocket. If you really want to catch your dreams, you have to go after them or chase them. There's a tag here with a twine. And then here I added a little Pictionary card with a little cat playing card and this little tag with some different fibers here. So just eclectic and fun. Then we have a little wooden button in the middle. It's the middle of the first signature. And then here's a couple little buttons and a little key. And then we have a little, while you were out, that I put on some coffee dyed paper so you could journal on the back of that. So a lot of this and that, which makes it fun. There's a little cluster that I add this vintage flashcard, writing, and the knitting book, lined paper, and this is that old poem. More places to write and journal, and the cookbook, and it's a vintage cookbook page, and lined paper. Places to journal on that green grid. Here's more of the floral and the lined paper. There's some scrapbook paper with a tab here. And then on this side is a little vintage note paper with a cute little kitten. So that cat's looking out the window. Isn't that cute? Thought that would be fun. Cute little page from a poem. That little mouse on the dandelion. That was from the dandelion poem. Another little children's book page. And we have our ledger and the coffee dyed paper on this pretty floral. And I folded this down, added some trim, and this little butterfly here. And then in this pocket, we have a Bible verse, Psalm 37. Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Then I have a little Edith Holden that I put on the back of an index card. And another little place to add pictures. So we have that, and that's the end of the first signature. Here's the second signature, and it has this little floral sticker here. And then I took a postcard that I didn't really care for, the picture, and I collaged on it with these different pieces here. This is whatever you decide to do, make sure it makes you happy. And I added this little fabric square that I got from Meg, and this little Brad, this cool paper clip. Got a little Edith Holden paper, little workbook page, little tab. A lot of fun pages. Green lined paper, coffee dyed graph. We've got more of a embroidery type book and ledger. It's like a vintage recipe book. You can make homemade mayonnaise, fruit dressing. And here's a sparkly little sticker I added there. And then this is a little belly band, and have a little place to journal here, and this little tag. And there's some real pretty washi tape. That was from Meg's. Cute little cat card. That's sweet. And here's a poem about my kitty. I got some bright washi tape from Meg because it was on my desk here and I liked it. Here's some vintage little poems. This is part of a little index thing that you can just stick it right on like that. And then I have a vintage recipe card, a little Monopoly money. Don't spend it all in one place. And then you have, I added this little sticker and this little tag with some little fibers, little threads and yarn. And then this holds this like that, nice little bag. And what do we have in here? Oh, just a little place to journal that I added this paper in washi too. Seems like I've been working on this for a long time. Just adding here and there. And here's some line paper and a recipe. Then we have this little pretty piece here. And then this is a decoupaged napkin. Got some cool texture to it with some seam binding. And then here's a little booklet that has some papers. And these go in here. And then this is the center of the second signature, and it has this pattern in the middle. And this is from Dale, Not Too Shabby Chic. So I added that. I have this little circle here. It has this little white fabric, and then it has a little wood button, some strings, and some fabric here. And then I just added fun things here. This little paper bag. I try to add a bunch of little different things. Just some little elephant paper money. And then, this is kind of long here. Let's cut that. And then this is a random picture of the 70s, 73. I don't know who it is. I just bought some pictures from eBay. And then I have this. It's like a cowgirl. These cowgirl cards that I have. And it says, I love it when a man pays attention to me. It makes me feel pretty. Mildred Gibbs, 1918. So I thought that kind of went with that. Kind of silly and fun. And I really like these cards. These are fun. And then opens up for you to write on. Well, it's just fun. And then here, I added some washi here and here to reinforce it. A little button tape and ruler. And then here's a postcard of a St. Bernard and a puppy. Kind of luster chrome cards. So I thought that was fun. And then here is a button and a ruler, charm, and another button and a scissors. And then I have this fabric, more sari silk, and some little tassels. And then here is just a random recipe that I found at a thrift store, 1995, for wet burritos. Bonus! Got a recipe. Oh, and I just had a little rickrack here. Then here is a vintage type rickrack. I added a little tag with some rickrack on it. There's some pretty washi tape, little tab, and this pretty little paper with a little girl and some yarn. And then this is a diamond paperclip shape with a recipe. Then you've got this hamburger recipe here. Hot dogs tab here. I added this little flower sticker. You could even journal in this little spot. And here is a paper bag. And this is where these fun little fibers are. And these tags. Fun. Put some twine in this thicker trim. And you have this pink one with these fun yarns. And these I just got from Meg. So I'm using my Happy Meal. Here is a postcard that I ordered a bunch from eBay. And we'll see, Zamora, Michigan, or Zamora, Mexico. A water river or something. Then here is a pretty fabric pocket. It's got a lace here, a little yellow lace here with a little bow, and just some writing paper. Here's more of that yellowed poem paper, 5 little chickens. Then here is just a little place. Here's a little ticket, and then it has some of this paper. And then this just tucks under here. There's a little jam jar. Clips on there. Fun, real pretty paper. You could put something there. There's a little raised sticker. And then some more tags. Time has a wonderful way of showing us what really matters in life. Love that paper. Then we have our recipe and ledger with a tab. Then I have this cherish here and underneath. This is tucked under. And then this is a little Tim Holtz person, and I added this little lace to this wedding gown. So that makes it fun. Tuck in there. And there's the cross stitch or embroidery. And coffee dyed graph and some green lined. Here's a little vintage workbook sheet with a little tab. And this is some writing paper. Here's a cluster, and this is on a Edith Holden. So you got a couple fabrics here, this little lace and this ribbon. Pretty. They look like moss rose or wild roses. And then I added this for a little element, this strip of paper. It strengthens it. And then we have this little butterfly that makes this a little tuck. Little fairy whispers. Oops, I need to back that. And then you have this postcard. They're just really fun, interesting. I have a bunch of these. It's in a little book. Edward Gorey, illustration from the Very Fine Clock. So I thought that was fun and random. And I'll back that with some paper. That was part of a digi, I believe, that I shrunk down. Then fussy cut this little flower here, and then this is the last. And then I have this bulldog clip. And then this was from the library school, the Holy Spirit Library. And then on here we have this cute little deer postcard. And then we have this trees. I love this poem. And it's on some lined, a big large lined index card. And it's just so pretty, these watercolors. And by Joyce Kilmer, I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast, A tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray. A tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. That's one of my favorites. Love that. And so that goes back on here with a little clip here. And that is my fun mystery of the auction junk journal that will be listed in my Etsy tomorrow. And once it is, I will put it in the link in the description box here. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.